We are recording. So, before we get too far into our recap and our explorations, why don't we learn a little bit about who we have at the table?
Hello, my name is Brent, and I'll be playing Saren's Starseeker, an astral elf, divine soul sorcerer, who's navigating a couple devilish deals and looking to make progress eventually. He has wings now after Zariel's sword imprinted on his soul, and he hopes to continue discovering new tricks to help his companions. He's looking forward to the next step in their journey as they head towards a place he's heard a bit about, but he's eager to see it for himself. This week's fun fact is Saren does not like the idea of the ocean and not knowing what's below you.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I'm playing Ash. She's a tiefling fighter, Psy warrior. Uh, she has a tail that thinks on its own. It's its own entity. Um, Recently, one of her biggest fears was silenced when someone from her past actually recognized her, and that made her feel very nice inside. Um, but she's ready for what comes next, she thinks.
And I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Melior Sprin. Mel is a beautifully dangerous drow gloom stalker ranger with snow white hair and steel gray skin. This week's fun fact about Mel. So before going to Avernus, she had been on the surface for about 6 or 7 months, and during that time, she was ever so gradually starting to get acclimatized to the sun. She had been hoping that with enough exposure, she could eventually walk around comfortably during the day. Upon returning, she quickly realized that her stint in the Hells had completely negated whatever progress she had made in this regard. So, on their downtime, she purchased a black and purple parasol to help shield her from the sun. And I've got a picture, which I'll put in the chat.
Woo! Aww. I like that on the purple area. It looks like it's got fire.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well then, that covers who we have with us this evening. So, as was mentioned, you had a brief stint in the Hells, and unfortunately you are destined to return. But for now, there is business here on the material plane. First order, arriving at Lusky. You have been gracefully welcomed onto Yarlaxle's ship as he returns to the northern port city, which will be a journey in and of itself. But it should be an easier one than what is to come, both with uh, the travels from Luskin to Menzo Berenzen of the Underdark, but also to the continent of Palrua. But each in their own time. So, the ship. It is a pleasantly furnished ship, I'll say. Better than perhaps uh, some that have been experienced or seen. It is not the most extravagant. Comfortable, but not too gaudy. There's not much that you'll need to do here on your journeys, as there is a crew to attend to the more menial tasks of travel, but you are welcome to pursue other endeavors, conversations, perhaps research, testing of abilities.
I do have a question.
I've got an answer.
Which of the, because Jarlaxle, I think, has 3 ships.
He
I'm wondering which one
does.
we're on, because I think I said Mel had been on the Heartbreaker before. That's how she got to Baldur's Gate.
Uh, I want to say that I may have mentioned which one it was there, but I also don't remember if I did, so I am going to whatever I say in the next 3 seconds is going to be
canon.
the executive override. Let's get to notable figures. Blah, 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 blah. Ships, your Axel. Alright, stop having such a freaking extensive Wikipedia page. This one. We're gonna say that he has the eye catcher. So, that is what you are riding upon, is the eye catcher, which is similar to the Heartbreaker, but there are differences.
And how many days is it going to take to get to Luskin? Like a week?
It's gonna take some time.
No, it'll take longer than that. I don't remember.
There's Luskin. Distance. Luskin to Baldur's Gate. We're looking at by boat. Okay. Go back. I need to check the details of what the eye catcher is noted as. Because that will change things. Okay. Alright, these are considered sailing ships. So, that's what I thought. You're looking at the order of 2 10 days, so 20 days.
And I doubt very much Alizaria is on the ship, or Quevin. I imagine they got sent elsewhere.
Yeah, they're packing up to return to their other missions. So the two left in different directions.
I think Mel's just gonna stand against one of the railings, looking out over the water, and she's gonna have her parasol. 'Cause I imagine it's sunny.
I certainly be spending a lot of time like inspecting the differences in the ship compared to what he's used to, the mast and the rigging and the sails and how the ship actually moves, just since it's so different.
It is an entirely different beast that you're looking at here.
It doesn't just go.
Yeah. And oh, go ahead.
Well, Ash has found a way to insert herself into getting chores on the ship. She was taught that if you have empty hands, you can work, especially when you're on a boat / ship. So she like fought for some chores. Definitely.
You've been passed around, and really the only person that's tolerating your aid is the ship's cook.
That's fine. And you know what? If they need more fish for cooking, I'm right there. I can do that too. You've never been so lucky to have an assistant like me. I promise. I'm gonna do so good.
Yeah, just keep chopping up them vegetables.
You got it.
So, yeah, as nice as the ship is, the kitchen is still, a bit more cramped, just given the space that you have here. It's a little sweltering because of the oven, but there is this cauldron that is bubbling with what will be tonight's sort of food, which will be like a stew that will form, the leftovers will form the porridge that will be the morning's breakfast.
I love fish for breakfast.
So, I will ask for one of you to roll for me. Oh, excuse me. This will be a D20 roll. Just straight D20.
Anyone or everyone?
Anyone. Just one person.
I defer.
I'll do it then.
I'm just gonna do 13. Okay. 13 is good. I'm just gonna do this real quick. I can do this. I mean, just have something.
If you're looking for music.
No, it's not music.
Okay. Are you taking requests?
Uh,
Because I have a favorite.
no, I want to be able to have the image here from the Sword Coast, so that way you guys can see it. Alright, there we go. It's all nice and pretty now. Yeah, visuals. So with a 13, the first few days of travel are fairly unremarkable. It's fine weather and what you expect. So, you know, Ash is spending some time with Cookie. The other crewmates have grown accustomed to Saren just watching and the occasional questions. And if there's anything else, of course, you are welcome to share what might have happened in these few days.
Saren would also spend time flying around, just kind of coasting around on the ocean breeze, looking down, seeing if he can see anything in the water. He's kind of flapping and stretching his wings out over the ocean. Kind of a very different setting than what he's ever been used to.
Yes, this is very true.
Practice his takeoff and his landing.
How spacious is the deck?
I'd say it's pretty spacious.
Mel will probably, in the less bright times of the day, maybe just before sunrise and just after sunset, she'll probably spend a little bit of time practicing the Velveiler. If there's room to do that.
Yeah.
She's just enjoying relaxing a little bit and not being constantly on edge because you're in the hells. Just trying to enjoy some quiet while it lasts, because she knows it's not going to last.
That is very true.
Jalaxel has any questions for me, if he gets around to reading the encyclopedia I dropped off, happy to answer questions, help clarify, provide additional context. I'm not seeking him out actively. because I know better than to be pestering him. But if he flags me down at any point, happy to provide whatever information.
Noted. So, as you are doing this, Ash, you've been sent away from the kitchens to the upper decks, at least until lunchtime. And you're able to see, of course, Sharon practicing overhead, and Mel also practicing on the deck. And Sharon,
Yes.
while you are flying above, you would notice there is a the ship is careful enough to avoid it, but you can see from above, off to the side, what looks to be some discoloration under the waters. And you would, of course, notice that the ship is sailing, giving wide berth from it.
Does it look like it's kind of following along with us?
No. But it does look like it covers a large swath of the lands beneath the water.
Oh, Saren will land carefully and ask whoever's at the helm what's going on over there. Kind of describe what he saw.
As you ask at the helm, it's the navigator who responds. Off to the side from the wheel. Oh, it's a reef. Used to house the Temple of Umberley, but it seems that it's been abandoned. We don't mess with it anyways.
Well, that's fascinating. Wonder what treasures lie within. Underwater. Not a place for me.
With them wings, probably, yeah. But I'm sure that there are plenty of treasure seekers that would risk it.
Have you ever known anyone to try?
With that one, no. Most people are too scared of the bitch queen.
Saren nods along like he knows what they're talking about.
Ash, I would say that you're close enough that you could overhear this conversation.
Who's the bitch queen?
Umberley, you know, goddess of sea and storms.
Yeah, she is a bitch. Not that I ever followed her, but I have heard my father curse her name once or twice growing up.
Yeah. I would, avoid any sort of, ill speaking of her, especially as while we're out on her waters. But, know that she definitely doesn't have the hearts of many people. But she does have their respect. Mel, at this point, you would be coming to the end of your Belvedere, and you of course see where Saren has landed, near the ship's helm. If you'd like to do anything.
Yeah, if I see him back on the deck for a while, I'll walk over and I'll say quite different from the Cascade.
Yeah, it's made of wood. It has sails, ropes, all this stuff to make it move. Even the air is so different.
Not even close to as fast either. Even though I don't. Were we moving? I don't think we
No.
were. I think we were stationary.
I tried, but something with the division or the dream wasn't gonna let me move it. Tried though.
It looked pretty fast from what little I saw of it.
It's pretty fast. And this ship is up to the mercy of the wind. Very different.
Sorry, are we talking about your spaceship?
Wild spaceship. Yeah.
Sure. Just no reason. Just looking for clarification.
Yeah. It was all in my head. Is that helpful?
Yeah. That actually explains quite a bit. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh.
real somewhere. I
Are we sure?
would imagine.
Well, unless someone else found it, it's still out there. Saren will kind of look up to the sky.
Ash will look up too. Yeah, I don't see anything. Just clouds.
It's past the clouds.
How far past the clouds?
Very.
You can't go up that high.
If you have the right kind of ship, you can.
Nah, I don't think so.
All the stars in the night sky.
Well, yeah, you can see them at night, but it's not like you can be up there.
I was up there
You're lying.
all my life.
Lying.
All my life. May I make a persuasion check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it rolled off of something way better. 15.
Alright, how does Ash respond to a 15 persuasion check?
You really lived in space. Like in the stars.
In the stars. There's cities, lots of other ships, other worlds like this one.
Ash still looks pretty skeptical on the outside, but inside her head is exploding.
I get it. I'm equally skeptical about the Underdark, on how something like that could exist under all of this.
Yeah.
All my life.
See?
Yeah, cool. But like I know about the Underdark. People have been there. I don't know
Well,
a
I've
lot
been
of people who have been like in the stars.
You ever seen another elf like this?
I don't think I've ever seen anything like you.
There you go. We've got other people up in wild space that probably aren't frequently seen here too.
Mm-hmm.
There's the GIF and the Hadozi. They're all great.
That's great.
How are you guys feeling, by the way? Because when I was on a ship to get to Baldur's Gate, I was quite nauseous for several days.
Basically grew up on a fishing boat, so I'm okay.
I'm spending a lot of time flying around in the air for a reason, I think. Wild space, there's none of this. None of this.
Just wish they'd give me more
Pretty
work to
smooth.
do. I'm stuck cutting vegetables. I can do so much more.
Is there someone you can talk to, Meliorth? Do you know the manager?
I mean, I know the captain.
Oh, cool. We can go talk to him then.
We might have to get you added. It might be an insurance thing. You're probably not covered under his workers' comp. But yeah, I mean, how badly do you want to be doing things on the ship? Because
Listen, anything is fine. I have 2 empty hands ready to work. If my father ever found out that I was on a boat and did nothing, he would chop my head off. That's the only thing.
Sounds like a very serious man.
But, okay. It might be a bit of hyperbole. But the principle is there. You're on a boat or a ship, you find something to do. And that's the end of the story.
It's not like we've paid for passage.
it's true. I've been staying out from underfoot because I know I'd be no help. I would just get in the way.
I feel like I should be more useful, but I don't know that I would be. We didn't even have like ropes and rigging like this.
Yeah, no, this is way bigger than what I'm used to, but you know.
The way I'm looking at it is we're the muscle right now. So if some sea creature or another ship or something decides to pick a fight with us, that's where we become useful.
Sea creatures.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff lives down there, bud.
Yeah, like fish and whales and sharks.
That sounds exceptionally
Octopuses?
dangerous.
You ever seen an octopus?
Nope.
It's got this big bulbous head and 8 arms with suckies on them.
Wow, could it wield 8 swords?
Some people say that they're really smart. Like, can find a way inside a bottle and then like out of a bottle. But I don't think
Bottle.
they're quite smart enough to hold swords.
Well, be sure not to keep all of my money in a bottle then, lest I be robbed by an octopus. We have fish and whales up there. Kind of. They're probably different, but
There's water in space?
no water.
So how do they swim?
I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that before. They just kind of move around.
This is too much for me.
Maybe it's magic. That's what moves our ships. I don't know. Maybe the whales are magical.
Magic fish and magic whales.
Saren shrugs. It's just kind of normal up there.
Cool. Uh-huh. It's like you've convinced her that you haven't, you lived in the stars, but everything else is just like right over her head.
You lived in the stars. Nothing else did.
You were a one-off. Well, the next time I see Gerlaxle, I will cautiously approach him, but I don't think I want to interrupt whatever it is he's doing to specifically have this conversation.
You're right. He's probably too important. I'm nothing, you know.
I don't know. Cookie likes you.
Does Cookie like me?
Do you want to roll an insight check?
Okay. How do you feel about a 4, Faye?
You know, does Cookie like you?
It's hard to tell.
You have been banished from the kitchen until lunch.
Exactly. See? It's nothing but vegetables all morning. Then I get kicked out of there. The man hates me. I just need more responsibility in the kitchen.
This entire journey is just gonna be Ash trying
I
to.
can prove to Cookie that I'm an asset. And by the end of this journey, it's gonna be so sorry to see me go.
Oh, I love it. All right. We'll say that this covers like the first 4 days or so. This was just one interaction in them. Saren, can I get a roll? D100.
45.
All right. Let's, who would like to make this, next D20 roll?
Do it. I want to roll dice too.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 19.
Okay,
Was that the bad number last time? I can't remember.
well, this is a different, like, I'm
It's a different
working,
table.
I'm working on getting things solidified. Instead of the ambiguous, ideas that I had before, now they're written down ambiguous ideas.
Hey,
Look at you.
Progress! Cool. Literally my notes right now are like Frankenstein travel system ideas. Is what it's is what it's tagged as.
Everybody's got a notebook these days.
Yeah. Well, mine's a digital notebook, so it's not quite the same. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Alright, so the next part of your journey goes really well. Seas have been calm. Cookie has been allowing more responsibility for Ash in the kitchen. As supplies start to dwindle, Ash, you have been sent for, drawing along fishing nets.
Yes.
During your banished periods. So that's going on there. Saren, again, you've been asking questions. You're starting to get a little bit more understanding about how the ship works. Still not quite as natural to you as, spelljammers and whatnot, but starting to learn things. Meliors, Euralaxla has reached to you for some clarification points, but commend your report in its details. You were able to provide a very hefty and concise, for a relatively concise, seeing that, a lot of things happened, report. And yeah, so that's pretty much how it's going. Feel free if you'd like to have some sort of interaction between each other, go for it. But yeah, your travel's been great.
Have we seen other ships?
You have. They're in the distance. They're not close enough that any sort of conversing has gone. But you have seen other ships on the waters. You start seeing more the further you get away from the sort of blank coastal areas as you travel along past the port cities. Baldur's Gate, of course, had plenty of ships leaving its ports. You see a lot of ships off to your west near the Moonshay Isles. No, those are the Northlander Isles. No, that's the Morshay Isles. Moonshay Isles. I know my lore. But yeah.
Theron will sort of ask both Meliors and Ash when they're together. Are there people in other ships that mean others harm? Pirates?
Oh yeah.
Is it a common thing?
Not really. Depends on where you are, I think.
Are ships this size also common?
Sometimes.
We had pirates too.
Okay.
You don't believe me?
I didn't say that. I said okay.
Do you believe me?
Uh-huh. Ash is like hardly looking up. She's like busy mending a hole in the net. So she's like looking down, half listening.
Did they ever cause your family trouble, or did you guys just zip away whenever you saw them coming?
My parents stripped the weapons off of our ship for speed.
Sorry.
What?
You had a ship in the stars.
Yep.
But he didn't have any weapons on it?
Yeah, a lot of the different ships in Wild Space have weapons for defense or otherwise.
Well, yeah, I get that. But how did they defend yourself? How did you defend yourselves?
We were just really fast.
Seems wildly irresponsible to not have any weapons.
Speed was our weapon. It was our defense.
Ash just kind of looks at him for a second. A couple of blinks. Okay.
We had a really, really fast ship. Kind of shaped similar to dragonflies.
Uh-huh.
It had wings too. Stern will kind of flap his wings a little bit.
That's nice, Aaron.
Yeah, they took the ballista and the catapult out.
Okay, you get a ship in the stars with no weapons. It's super fast. It has wings. It looks like a dragonfly.
What sort of ammunition do you catapult from a spelljammer like that?
I don't know. We didn't have it. Rocks.
Space
Little-
rocks.
Got
little
rocks
tiny
in the
asteroid.
stars.
Yeah, of course. There's a whole city called The Rock.
What's it cooking?
So many things.
You
Piracy.
can't smell in space.
Sure you can.
In space, no one can smell what you're cooking.
We didn't do a lot of cooking because we wouldn't, Okay, so around each ship, okay, there's a bubble of air, right? And that's what you
Listening.
breathe.
She's gone and cast the net again. But still listening. I'm still listening.
Starting to look back at Melius. So the bubble, right? That's your air. That's called your air envelope around each ship. Outside of that, you can't breathe. So if we were to light a fire, it would burn some of the air up. So we could.
Would you need to dock someplace to refresh the air envelope?
That's right.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of preserved, canned, jarred, dried foods.
I'm so glad that you said foods and not air, because that would have...
Canned air.
Okay.
I haven't even told you about the forward spot on the ship. It's underneath the gravity line.
What's gravity?
So you know how your feet are on the deck of the ship
Mm-hmm.
and you're not floating up.
I can float up.
You're not normally floating up.
But I could if I wanted to.
By magical means.
Exactly.
Or what happens if you were to drop that net?
I did drop the net. It's in the water.
Okay, and it went down.
It sure did, because I threw it into the water.
Gravity is what makes it go down. So on our ship, there's a forward deck right below the Spelljammer helm. It's where my father had his art studio. But the gravity plane on the ship was kind of in the middle. So if you went down the ladder, your feet would be on the ceiling. But not really. It's just the gravity line.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ash is just gonna shake her head.
This is all accurate, I swear.
Oh, yeah, totally. Mm-hmm.
Sarah looked back at Mallory. Just kind of shakes his head. As if he knows she doesn't believe it.
Melioris leans in and she's like, do you think maybe you're understanding how Alizaria felt?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Alright. At the end of this great day of travel, we'll say that this the second roll brings you to the halfway mark. The end of the final, or of the first 10 day. Which means, Saren, could you roll for me another roll?
66.
All right. Noted.
All the Jedi are killed.
Dang it. Saren, since you haven't rolled yet, why don't you make today's D20 roll?
I'd be delighted. What's an 18 get us?
An 18 is another set of great travel. Waters are calm. More progression with Ash and Cookie's relationship. You are now able to put things into the pot, Ash.
You're kidding.
Yeah, you're able to do that. You've also been allowed to hand out the hardtack.
What?
Yeah.
This is the best day ever.
Amazing things there. Ash is going well. What about Melior? Saren, what would you guys like to do? You've got great things going for you during this travel.
Saren would sure like to help, but he doesn't want to risk getting in the way, and he doesn't really know what he's doing. But he's intrigued just with the difference of travel methods. Is there a mop?
Yeah.
Saren might offer to swap the deck.
Okay. I would say that that's definitely one way that Saren easily crew members that are assigned that will swap that to you with no hassle.
He would also want to inspect the different variety of knots being used. I think he would probably notice that each one probably has its own use and function, and he's going to study knot tying.
Okay. The crew member at the crow's nest would also help during your flight practices, or would also ask for your help during your flight practices for, like, checking to see if there's any sort of dangers on the horizon.
Oh, I was going to ask if this boat had a crow's nest.
It does, yes.
Melior's wants to climb up there.
Yeah, easily done. The
Maybe relieve the guy that's up there for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So, Melior can spend some time up on the top of the ship.
I'll look out.
Give me a perception roll.
Watch Saren for a little bit. Watch the horizon.
Yeah, Saren will be flying around a little bit, for sure. But not out of sight of the boat, like, really not that far away. Like 30 seconds away tops.
It was almost a natural one, but it rolled onto a 7, so that's a dirty 20.
Okay. You don't see any sort of dangers during your time, but you would notice not that far from the ship, maybe like 200 feet or so, a pod of dolphins that jump the waves, and every so often you'd notice that there's a figure that is not a dolphin, but a merperson that is also with the pod jumping through the waves.
If Saren's nearby, I'll flag him down.
Saren will circle by the crow's nest.
Watch over there for a few minutes, and she'll point it out.
What am I looking for?
There's a pod of dolphins and a mer person.
What?
A mer person.
Well, yeah, but what does that mean?
Like, upper body like a person, lower body like a fish.
On purpose?
I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure they're on purpose. I don't think they're
Was it some
mistakes.
sort of, like-
You'd have to ask their parents, though.
Wasn't sort of like some sort of magical or alchemical accident?
I don't know, man. I just know that they exist, and there's one over there if you wanted to see one.
Saren veers off in that direction.
Alright, so Saren's flying over.
Yeah, I'm trying to spot the mer person. I don't really care about the dolphins.
Yeah, so as you are flying over, and you can see the pod sort of moving under the water, there are shapes that, somewhat resemble each other, and then there's one that's a little different. And then there's a jump out of the water, and you see this figure, humanoid at the top, though fins along the arms, webbed fingers, and ending in a fish-like tail that dips back into the water.
Saren would like to cast message, please.
Okay.
Saren's gonna point at the mer person, just be like, "Hey, are you good?"
Let me just check something here real quick.
In common.
Okay. Not that that's necessary anymore. I just checked. You don't have to share language in 2024. The voice you get back, yes? Who are you?
Saren's not gonna reply. He's just gonna veer back to Melior.
As you're flying away,
Yeah, I
Mel,
can talk to it.
you would see a head pop out, like, behind Saren, just kind of watching. And I'd say about this time, Ash, you'd be vanished to the deck out of Cookie's kitchen. Roll me a perception check real quick, Ash.
To 14.
You would notice Saren coming back and flying towards the crow's nest, and looking up, you'd see that Melioris has taken a spot up there.
She'll just wave. She's kind of kicking rocks and she's been pushed out of the kitchen, but she'll wave up there.
Saren will
that?
fly back towards. Yeah, I talked to it, kind of. I sent it a message. It responded.
What did you guys talk about?
I just asked if they were okay, and they said, yes, who are you? And I left.
You just left? You just left them hanging? You weren't gonna
I didn't
answer?
even know if it was intelligent. How far away is it, Fish?
I said person. They're still a person.
I
About
didn't know if they got the person brain or the fish brain.
The upper body's the person part.
I don't know how this works.
the pod is about
They're
maybe
swimming like dolphins.
the pod is maybe about like 200 or so feet away from the ship.
Alright, I'll go back. I get about 120 feet away and I'll point at the dolphin, the mer person again. Hey, sorry, just passing by. Was interested in saying hello.
A very strange way of saying hello. You could have just said hello.
Points again. I didn't know what I was getting into. Never seen a mer person. Hope you have a nice swim.
Fly safe, I guess.
Saren, fly back. They were very polite.
Yeah, that's great. I'm sure they're also very confused.
Well, I'm still a little confused.
I can dress you up, but I can't take you out.
It's tough to argue with that.
All right. Any other interactions before our next travel segment?
No, but Ash has got a pocket full of hardtack that she's passing out.
Oh, you got pocket tack?
Hell yeah, I do. Here, you hungry? Here's some tack.
Nutritious.
Anything good out there?
Just a mer person.
Those aren't real. That's all fairy tales.
I just talked to it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
They're not real.
Melior's told me, and then I went out there and talked to it. Person on top, fish on bottom.
Okay, Saren.
They're swimming with dolphins.
Okay, yeah, and there's dolphins in space too.
Well, maybe not exactly. There's some weird stuff up there.
Okay. Saren, I need another roll.
A D100 variety?
Of the D100 variety.
8.
Okay. So, before we get our next travel roll, would you like to narrate what happens?
Sure. What are the sleeping arrangements here?
You guys have got hammocks. It's a shared bunk situation.
Alright. Well, anyone getting up would see that Saren is covered in feathers and there's feathers all over the floor.
Oh no.
Saren just kind of roll over his hammock. What?
I'm covered in feathers.
Uh-oh.
If you're gonna shed in the middle of the night, just say something.
I don't know what happened. Saren's gonna kind of wiggle out of his hammock.
One of the crew members, like, half asleep. It's like, I think the proper term is molting.
Is this really time for somatics?
Saren will get down to standing, and he'll look behind him, and his wings are gone.
Oh, bud.
I'm not surprised, really. It's probably a matter of time.
Maybe we can gather all these up and, like, glue them on.
The rest of it, the wing is gone. It's not just the feathers. It just seems to have all crumbled away. I have kind of felt the touch of Zariel's blade decreasing over time. But it's not gone. I can still feel that warmth in my chest.
Guess you can't talk to the mer people that don't exist anymore, huh?
I can shout. Well, I did it magically. I can do this thing where I just point at something and I can talk to it in their head.
Yeah, I know that spell exists. Don't, Saren.
It's the mer people.
Maybe some of them have fish brains and others have people brain.
They're not real, Saren.
Okay, but if they were, just hear me out. Can I get a persuasion check from Ash?
Can I do an insight roll on Ash? Is she just completely taking the piss out of Saren? Or does she actually believe that there's no more people?
She does not believe in mer people. That is fairy tales.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well,
I don't even have to roll, I guess.
Yeah. Passive
Saren
insight
believes
words.
his eyes still. Well, if there's another mer person, I'm gonna point him out to you.
Yeah, okay. She'll pick like a handful of feathers up and just hand it to him.
What do you want me to do with these?
I don't know, they're yours. Figure it out.
I put a handful of feathers in my pouch.
I mean, we can open a quill business.
With a finite supply?
They're limited edition, man.
Well, I don't know. Maybe these will crumble too.
Alright. Who wants to make today's travel?
I'll do it.
Alright.
You feel about a 4?
Ooh, okay, cool.
Don't let me roll anymore, guys.
Alright, cool. So, all of a sudden, well, I don't know, maybe all of a sudden, when you all leave the underside of the ship where the quarters have been, you would see that the sky is, it's gloomy. There are clouds, and it begins to thunder. And as the there we go. It begins to rain and thunder. Winds are coming in. The sails are quickly put up to protect from any sort of waterlogging and damages, and various lightning strikes in the sky above. This storm is quickly turning up to be one that could be a setback for your journey.
Close were we to our destination when this happened?
You are about 4 days out of Luskin's port.
Is there anything that we can do? Oh, sorry, I don't want to speak for the other two. Is there anything Mel can do to try and assist the crew with preparing for whatever this storm is to try and minimize damages to things? She'll do what she's told. She's like, just give me an order and I'll do it.
Yeah. In this sort of situation, as things are getting worse very quick, yeah, you're listening to orders, that is enough for them.
Like I'm good at climbing. If you need something done with the sails,
Mm-hmm. All right. What about uh, Ash and Saren? Do you do anything during this?
Um, Saren would be mostly trying to stay out of the way, but if he sees something that he feels like he could jump in on, extra pair of hands holding a rope or something.
Yeah.
Ash is gonna make herself available, but if nothing comes up, she's just gonna be in the kitchen trying to impress Cookie.
Okay.
Priorities don't change just because it's raining.
All right. At this point, I would like everybody to roll for me a strength saving throw.
22.
All right.
15.
11.
All right. So Meliors and Saren, the two of you will find yourselves falling as the ship is struck, and there is a crack of wood, and figures are all calling, and you can see that there is this figure in the water. Looks like this mouth of some sort. And
The water's moving.
the water moves, yeah. Alright.
So did you say Saren and I have fallen off the ship?
No, you guys have just been knocked prone.
Oh, okay.
Don't like that.
Ash, you hear the cracking of the wood, and you felt the jostling, but you were able to stay on your feet. Um, so, uh, is it swims away, it ducks down beneath the waves once more, but you can hear people calling. It looks like there might have been a breach that people are going to, the bosuns and whatnot are going to have to work on fixing.
Is it accessible from inside the ship, the work that they need to do?
At this moment, probably. If it takes another hit, well, we'll have to see.
Is the thing visible from the side of the ship anymore?
Not clearly. It's sort of ducked beneath the water, but you can see the sort of, shadow of it, in the distance. It's only... It's only about 45 feet away.
I wish it was I wish it were 30 feet from me, but that's okay, as long as it keeps moving away.
Do you want to...
I was gonna try something.
would you like to make a insight or survival roll?
I would love to make an insight roll. That's a 30.
This thing is not swimming away entirely. It is rearing itself for another attack against the ship.
I'm gonna scream that at the top of my lungs so everyone knows that.
Alright. Ash, you'd be able to hear this.
Sorry, Cookie. I should probably check that out.
Be back in time for finishing dinner.
Yeah, totally. Of course.
Could I ready an action?
Sure.
As soon as the creature gets within 30 feet of me, I would like to cast Fear upon it.
Alright. As it starts to get closer and you're keeping an eye on that shadow, here is a wisdom save.
It's a wisdom save. The DC is 16.
Do you want to know the number or just that it succeeds?
Oh, give me the number.
That's a 27.
Okay.
And it continues rushing forward, and I'm going to ask for another strength save from the three of you.
Six.
11.
Samesies. I got a 6.
Yeah.
You are all knocked prone here atop the deck as you hear a voice call through the din of the storm.
Could I have used Indomitable?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, I'm good.
Alright, Ash is on her feet. Well, don't just stand there. Get rid of that thing.
Saren, how far away is it now?
It's right next to the ship.
Saren would like to cast a spell straight at it.
So we're gonna put this as the border to the ship. And then it's right here right now.
Before we get too far away from my fear spell, can I just explain something real quick?
Yes.
when she was casting the spell, she pulled out a white feather that looked oddly familiar to us all,
Ooh.
as that is the component for that spell. Anyway.
All right. So, Saren, go ahead, cast your spell real quick.
A dex save, please.
Dexterity save.
DC 19.
Dexterity, not the big monster's favorite save. That is only a 14.
That's a fail. So Saren's gonna blast out and align his burning radiance.
All right.
And the creature will take 49 radiant damage. I'm gonna assume it can't be on fire.
That is a correct assumption, as it is mostly
Underwater.
submerged. Yep. Alright. Then with that, let's get initiatives rolled. Alrighty.
Rolled terrible on my initiative.
Ash gets to start us off.
Okay. Here's what I'd like to do, and you tell me if I can do it all in one action, okay?
So,
Or in one turn. I want to affix myself to a rope that's attached to the ship already.
Okay.
And then I'd like to kind of Mission Impossible, like stand on the side of the ship so I'm in range to hit it.
So, you can do this. However, I would say that with your knowledge, the ropes that are available on the ship right now are tying things down. And so,
Right.
if you untie it to attach yourself to the ship, it will be loosening other things during the storm.
And if I use my own rope?
If you use your own rope, it would take an action to tie it.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay. So just go ahead, give me a survival roll on tying this knot.
Oh boy, okay. That's an 11, but I'd like to use one of my second winds
Okay.
to do a tactical mind,
Okay.
and then I get to roll a d10. So that makes it a 13.
All right. I will keep that 13 in mind on that.
Okay.
But yeah,
And then I'd like to action search,
go for it.
and I'm gonna stab it.
Okay.
It's a 16,
Misses.
a 26,
That'll hit.
for 12 piercing, and then a 25. We'll make this one a psionic strike. So we've got 14 piercing and 8 force.
All right. And I believe that'll be it for Ash.
That's my turn.
All right, it's our creatures go. And it's gonna try and get Ash. As the mouth reaches up, bolstered by the rough waters. That is a gentleman's 20 to hit.
Yeah.
That is 39 points of piercing damage. And Ash, can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
I can. It's a 14.
All of a sudden, Ash was standing on the side of the ship on the railing. And then Ash, the rope that was attached to her goes taut as the creature swallows Ash. And begins to dive down again. And the tail comes up and is going to try and smack Melioras and Saren. Melioras, that is a 23 to try and hit you.
That hits me.
That is 18 bludgeoning damage. And then a 31 to hit Saren.
Oh, just barely.
That is 18 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing tries to swim away. Ash, how much rope did you have? Full 50?
50 feet.
Alright, cool. 8. So... 20. Cool. And so as it dives a little bit underneath the waters, again, rope is pulling tight. You can see it starting to fray. You can see the knot beginning to slip a little. Melioras, it is your turn.
So how far away is it from me?
Alright. It's about 20 feet distant, and then I'd say it's about maybe 15 feet beneath the water.
I had a plan of what I was going to do, and it was kind of reckless as it was. Now it's even more so. What are the rules on how long you can hold your breath for? Is it 1 minute plus your con mod?
I know that's how it used to be. I think it's still the same, but let's find out. Suffocation. That's what we need. A creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier for a minimum of 30 seconds before suffocation begins.
Can I talk to Saren as a free action?
Yes.
Saren, I kind of want to dive in there after it.
Then go.
Okay.
I'll support you from here.
Melioras. You could try. Melioras casts greater invisibility. And then jumps in the water.
Okay.
And I have a swim speed, I believe. I have a swim speed of 40 feet. And I think during the opening round, I get an extra 10 feet of movement or something.
Yeah?
Greater invisibility is concentration. So I am concentrating. So I think I can get up to it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can do anything because I used my action to cast the spell. And I think all my bonus actions are primarily... How does the bonus action extra attack with dual wielder? Do I have to have had made an attack? First, let me read this. Let me read this feat real quick. I'm sorry, guys. This is taking a million years. When you use your attack action, yeah. So I can't just make an offhand attack. Cool. That's my turn.
All right. Saren, it is your go.
Saren's gonna unleash his innate sorcery. Big whoosh. And then he's going to... He's gonna cast his... He can see the creature, right?
Yeah. It's large enough that you can see the shadow of the creature under the
Is
waters.
it enough to target it with a spell?
I'd say so.
Well, it's an area anyway. So I would like to cast a gravity well or a slow on the creature, and I'll use a heightened spell to give it disadvantage on the saving throw, Wisdom.
Alright, cool. That is only a 15.
As a fail, it is slowed.
Okay. Is slowed. Anything else?
That's the turn.
Alright.
That's it.
It is Ash, your turn.
Hi.
You have been swallowed.
Yep. Can I stab it from the inside?
You can, but do be aware that you are blinded and restrained, so your attack will be at a disadvantage.
Got it. 29.
29 still hits.
That's 13 piercing. Then a 16.
16 will hit because of the slow.
Oh, hell yeah. And then a 22. So we've got 12. And then 8 piercing.
Cool. Alright. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a second wind.
Okay. Oh, look at that!
Yeah, it's a good one.
Alright. With that, at the end of the turn, we need a saving throw. You feel the pulsing of the... Man, I want to say sphincter so bad.
You have to now.
You feel the sphincter pulsing around you, sort of contracting like this thing is about to regurgitate you, but then it settles. It made the save. Which means that at the start of this creature's turn, Ash, you take 23 points of acid damage.
I just got that back.
I know. I'm sorry. Alright. With that's all at the start of the turn. It is going to... It's going to turn in the waters and begin to move. Meliors, can you make for me a dexterity saving throw?
Sure. That's a natural 20 for a 29.
All right, so I will give you two options here for you to choose from. You can either grab hold of this thing, or you can move out of the way.
I will. Ooh, which way is it headed? Can I tell?
It's going back towards the ship.
Is it possible for me to grab onto like the back of it so I'm not by its mouth?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll try and grab on
With
my
a natural
20.
Yeah. Easily done.
No one can see how badass I am, but I know.
Someone has
I
the
can feel it from inside.
Someone has the capability of it, but it had to have been activated first. So, I actually have like a picture of like this guy in his full glory. Yes, I do. Alright. So yeah, so you can grab onto one of the spines and cross this thing's back as it goes and rams against the ship as it's slowed one action. However, that does mean that I'm going to ask for a dexterity saving throw from Saren.
From Saren?
Yeah, you're on the ship.
Eight.
You and the ship. Holy shit. That was a good roll. I feel bad about this number. Oh. Saren, that's 65 points of bludgeoning damage as you're knocked prone.
Gravity, right?
Gravity. Cool. And
Is this thing slow? Does that do anything?
means it only has one action. And that's what this action was.
This wasn't like you can move or take an action.
This is you move as part of the action taken.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. So and there is an audible breach of this creature's teeth into the hull of the ship and the sound of water gushing. Alright. Now yours. It's your turn.
Okay. Is this a situation where I can straddle this thing and still have both my arms free to do?
Yeah, you can pull
things?
yourself up on and like stand on top of this thing for sure.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. Both scimitars are out, and I'm going to slice and dice my way through this thing. Now, am I up out of the water at this point? Has it reared up?
Yeah, it reared up, so you're able to stand and like breathe
And
air.
I'm invisible.
And you
so
are
I should
invisible.
be making all of these at advantage.
You do have advantage.
I believe. All right. First attack is a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. I'm going to turn this into a dreadful strike. So that's 10 points of slashing and 13 points of psychic. And can I have... No, you know what? I won't do that. That's fine. So I'll do my second attack with Bryn's Vengeance. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 will hit because of the slow. Oh, I should have made a save
Ooh.
for that at the end of this thing's turn. We'll say that the slow's effect for your turn, Mel.
Okay, 6 points of damage,
Beautiful.
and then I'll make my nick attack with my +1 scimitar.
Alright.
I'd also owe you a con save.
Yeah, you would. Can you physically make that con save?
I could try. I have advantage because I have Warcaster.
Go for
Does
it.
that matter mathematically?
I mean-
Maybe. Actually, so it was 65.
65.
So I need a 33.
Yeah, round down.
32.
32.
There is a way. Nat 20, and I'm gonna use. Hang on. I have a thing. Favored by the gods, I can roll 2d4 and add it. I rolled
Just
32.
enough. Just enough to hold this low. So it's still slowed.
Great.
By Saren standards. We'll roll the save for it at the end of your turn. I have overridden the border because it is bloodied.
Well, my nick attack's a 29 to hit,
Yes.
so that's 9 more points, and then I'll do my dual wielder bonus action attack. That is a 23 to hit,
Mm-hmm.
and it does 6 points. So I'm
Alright.
not sure how much I did total there. But...
A lot. And it's a wisdom save for slow, yes?
Wisdom.
That is a 27 to break free.
It is free.
Alright. Saren, it's your turn.
Saren's going to kind of stagger to his feet after taking all that damage, not being very happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to use a 7th level guiding bolt, which I get to roll 3d20s on.
Holy shit. Well, it is, I would say it is in melee, so that's a disadvantage there.
Oh, it's in melee with me?
Yeah, because it crashed up onto the ship and you're at the border of the ship.
Okay, can I use my bonus action to teleport out of its melee range?
Yeah. We don't need to move
And
it
then
on
I
the...
will fire
Yeah, go for
yeah,
it.
then I will fire a 7th. Can I go into the crow's nest?
Sure.
A natural 20.
What the fuck? Oh, 7th level 2. Okay, what's the dice amount on that?
10d6, so that's 92 damage. Or radiant.
90 fucking 2. And it's glowing. Oh shit. Alright,
It's glowing.
cool. Ouch. We're in single digits. Alright.
Saren just kind of breathing very heavily up in the crow's nest.
Ash,
Hi.
it's your turn.
I'm gonna stab it.
You only need one to get out of here.
Okay. Now, technically, I can't see that it's glowing, but do I still have to roll at a disadvantage?
I will say, from a pure mechanics point, that you can have a straight roll here.
Okay. It was almost really bad. It's a 19.
19 will hit.
For 10 piercing.
Alright. So, as this creature begins to fall, the mouth open, the muscles beginning to relax, Ash, Ash.
Uh-huh.
The sting of the digestive fluids is quickly replaced by the water that is starting to fill the cavity that has been left here.
Uh-oh.
So, while you are no longer in the initiative, Ash, I do want you to make for me a strength. You know what? No, we're gonna make this just a athletics check here.
Got it. It's a 24.
Okay, you're able to quickly catch hold of yourself and start to swim upwards. And Meliors, what are you doing as this thing begins to fall from underneath you?
Can I see that Ash has extricated herself from it?
Uh, if you want to wait a few seconds to do so, because Ash has to swim out of this creature's mouth.
I was thinking of trying to do an acrobatics maneuver to like jump onto the deck of the boat from the back of this thing, but I would want to make sure that Ash is because I don't. I maybe she fell unconscious. I don't know. So I
Yeah.
think about it, but I think I just ride it down into the water and then just tread water looking till I can see
Yeah.
if she's made it.
Yeah. No. Ash appears after a few seconds, swimming a couple chemical burns. But you will survive.
I'll dismiss the invisibility so Ash can see me.
Holy shit, that thing ate me.
Yeah, it did.
I'm okay, though.
But you're still here.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Are
Saren will
you
slowly make his way down.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I there and took a pretty big hit, and so did the boat. I think we should probably get back up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Ash's rope from where it broke still dangling down the side? Like, do we have a way to get back?
Funnily
up the
enough,
side?
the rope is still attached to Ash, it's just not attached to the boat anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't help. I'll yell up at whoever is near the railing to like lower a rope. Oh, wait. I've got rope trick. I cast rope trick so that we can climb up the rope and onto the deck.
Alright. You get up onto the deck. Oh. This is probably give me just a moment to see where. Alright, cool. I've got it. It's not good. When you get back onto the ship. The ship has taken a heavy amount of damage. There is a breach in the hull that cannot be patched on water. It needs to find an area to port. And so that is where the ship is now sort of heading, is a place to settle in, which might mean having to turn back to Waterdeep. But we'll see about that after our mid-session break.